You're watching the best fight show, the Bare Knuckles Show with Brian Soscia in the whole universe.
We are all the way live from Satellite 5. I'm Brian Soscia, and as always, so much to get into this week on the Bare Knuckles Show. We're glad you're hanging out.
Bare Knuckle just takes one shot. If he can land a good shot, he can do some damage.
6 new major signings, a new location overseas that we're going to be doing.
It gives me so much more energy and reason to go ahead and do what I do.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! It's inappropriate.
Brandon already fucking up.
All right, what was that? What was that?
I'll play it again. Here, we're gonna lose our music for a second.
What are you doing?
A fucking feeling.
Oh,
Yeah.
good moment. Good moment.
Well, it made sense. We had Britton Hart open the show, so
It was cute. So it wasn't a slip up. That was nice how you did that. We're already getting on him. It's the holiday season. It's Merry Christmas. Here
That
we
was
go.
Brandon, not me. I came in late. I had to whiz.
It's funny. We were like, there's a line out there trying to empty our bladders to pull the curtain back a little bit. It sounded like Evan was frying chicken in there. All right, so a lot of stuff to get to today. Woo! A lot of stuff to get to today. This isn't going to be the normal show because we have so much stuff we want to talk about. There's a big announcement coming about this Friday. We're going to do a show this Friday. I'll tell you more about that in a moment. We're going to talk about becoming legal in California. Can I get the music back? I kind of like that. I was all vibing. I think we should start the show like that, right? Oh, there we go. Big news. We're going to talk about BKFC becoming legal in California and what that means. Also news, as I spoke about earlier on our Christmas show, how you can get paid and maybe get some free stuff for our Christmas show. Look at those two guys. Look how excited they are for this Friday's Christmas show. And then also we're going to talk about tryouts, what went on at tryouts, what's coming up with tryouts. We're going to talk the year-end awards. That's a lot of people getting into those online, like what we're seeing. Some dream fights. We'll talk about those. And also the calendar for the new year and what's going on here in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. So much more stuff, too. But first, I want to get to the mail call. It's very important that we talk to you about the mail. And I asked for music, and I got music, didn't I? There we go.
You up off that couch. It's time for mail call.
Falling apart here. You called for mail call too early.
yeah.
We're on one sound effect. I have to turn that one
You
off.
fade it down, and you hit the other one.
No, because then you have to fade the other one up. There's one fader for sound effects.
You have one pot?
Listen.
What
This
is
isn't radio, so this isn't whatever fucking
The king of Delaware
station. We
radio.
got this little
Tri-state area.
Here.
I'm going to come there and punch you in the mouth. Tri-state area. All right, so this little
Calling for
shitboard.
stuff like he's still in the king of the tri-state area.
Far from. All right, so there's so much to get to. Let's try it again. We'll do it again. All right, mail call. Let's get the mail call.
I don't even know.
Oh, Christ.
Let me come over there and snatch you up off that couch. It's time for mail call.
There we go.
I think we should just have that end jingle on there. I don't like the Arlie Ermy part. It's too long.
What? It's just.
Yeah, it was just it's time for mail call.
Yeah, I didn't pull it. Whoever pulled it. Who pulled it? Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon.
Okay. Well, there you go. That answers your question. All right, so
It's another thing that just
blame it. We just call it blame it on Brandon. That's what it is. There's so much to get into, as always, the mail call. We love when you speak to us and talk to us and send your stuff in. First guy, this is Rico. I met Rico in, where were we just at? In Salt Lake City, Utah. Biggest show we've ever done. Rico is a big fan of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He sent this piece of mail in. It says, we had a blast. Came in from Colorado. My third event. It was his girlfriend, or excuse me, was his daughter or girlfriend? That would be weird if it was his girlfriend, too. It's his daughter. His daughter's second event. Getting caught up on the fight week atmosphere. It was awesome. Basically, he's just saying how great it was and how they can't wait to come back again. And you can see the pictures up there. There you go. That's his daughter punching me in the face. And then also there's one of him punching me in the face, Rico. So Rico, I've met him a couple times, and we love people like that. We'll add this to the wall. In the new year, we're going to have some more stuff added to the wall. It should be a lot of fun. But Rico, thanks for sending that in. It's always good to see you. And the next time his daughter sees me, I will also get punched in the face, he said. I'm looking forward to get punched in the face. Who else can say that? Also from Mail Call, this is important. We had a couple people writing in about this, and I don't have an answer. Evan might. I kind of might have a small answer, but They're asking about this card coming up in Hollywood. There you go. That's like a half a bucked up rip in there. And they're talking.
Brought to you by Core Power.
Core Power. Our sponsors are going to love that. So let's see. We're talking about Palomino and Trout coming up in Hollywood. They're like, are there any other matches being, any other fights being talked about?
I know the co-main is being worked on. That's why I can't do a commercial because I can't decide on the co-main.
Is that good, huh?
There's a lot of the staple Florida boys there.
I saw that
We
too.
always
You know
see.
who I saw, Evan? You know who I saw? I don't know how true this is, but I saw it, I think, on social media. One of our favorites, Yvonne, I'm Braheen, and we talked about Travis. We have Brandon, whatever. David Diaz. He said he's getting ready for a fight. He was looking for sponsors, and it looked like he's talking about Hollywood. So we might see the mustache come back. We'll see.
I hear he may be waiting for somewhere else.
Okay, I don't know.
Another state.
Oh, that would make a
Closer
lot
to
more
home.
sense. That would make a lot more sense. We're going to talk about that later, too. But let's kind of talk about the whole thing with Palomino right now. If you've been watching Palomino and Trout, that's the big main event coming up for the next BKFC show, BKFC 57 in Florida. And that's an appetizing fight. I'm looking forward to it. Now, if you look at the article, Luis Palomino, there's a great thing through the app, or you can go to BKFC.com. I always tell you the articles are great to help you out in there. And Luis Palomino, I mean, his body of work, if you look at it, completely unmatched. This guy, he's been undefeated. I think if he's victorious against Trout, he'll be the only fighter in BKFC history to win 10 straight bouts. He's the only fighter to ever sit atop the pound-for-pound rankings. A lot going on for Palomino here. And he was predicting, actually in this article, I believe, a highlight reel knockout victory over Trout. That's his prediction at this point. And towards the end, he goes on talking about Mike Perry. And he said, after Trout, he'd love to add the King of Violence championship belt to his trophy case with a showdown against Platinum Mike Perry. What's Perry? He's 4-0 now, undefeated. Baboon says, 2024, let's make it the Emperor of BKFC, which that's him, he says, versus the King of Violence. And everybody will see who's going to come out on top. It's going to be me. I don't know if and when that fight's going to happen. I know Luis has been begging for that fight. He wants it. So we'll wait and see. But I do know that he has to focus on Austin, no doubt, Trout first. That's who's in front of him. And if I know Luis Palomino, the Baboon is focusing on no doubt Trout. But at the same time, a lot of folks on Mike Perry here. Wouldn't you say, Evan?
Yep.
Cool. Thank you for that analyzation. So ever since, if you look, I mean, you're so helpful when you come in here and you said, yep.
I gotta be honest, I wasn't listening to you at all.
Why do you come in here every week?
They pay me to.
How about if I needed a sound effect? Then what would we do? You're stupid. You're such a
You
jerk.
get it. It might take a couple seconds, but
So, all right. If you look at this fight, Austin, no doubt, Trout, and you got the champ, Luis Palomino. We also saw an article written recently, again, BKFC.com, about Austin, no doubt, Trout. And it's very interesting what he has to say. He was saying, and he said this last time we spoke to him, ever since he signed with BKFC, he made it clear that he wanted to be known as the best bare knuckle fighter on the planet. That should be your goal, right? Former WBA champ. I mean, this guy, he was saying how much he loved the matchup with him and Palomino. He said his goal is to be the best. Whoever they claimed it is the best, that's who I want next. Thank God it worked out. I've got Palomino next. It's important to note, too, Trout's professional gloved boxing record. Now, we've noticed it's not the same thing, even though some boxers think it. I think Trout has figured this out. He's 37-5-1, 18 victories come by KO in pro gloved boxing. His current record in BKFC, 1-0. So we'll see what he has. Of course, he beat Diego Sanchez via TKO in
you know who
February.
I'd like to see?
Who?
In Hollywood? I want to see Duran and Soto.
Yeah,
They've been beefing.
there's some heat there.
Yeah.
There's some heat. And so,
Or Duran and Howard, if Howard was ready.
there's a lot of beef there. I
Yeah.
think that runs deep. I think that's personal. What do you think? Let us know in the chat. What do you want to see in Hollywood, Florida? What do you want to see there? We'd love to hear from
I'm
you.
looking at the chat.
Let's
You
see.
looking?
I'm looking at it now. Yeah, I see Rick Caruso. Hi, Slick Rick. He's here. Gator Wrestler. Mission accomplished. Let's see what they're saying. They're a little bit late. Bowls, beers, and brawls. They're here. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it.
What's up with that thing behind you?
What thing behind me? What's behind me?
Graphic.
Oh, that's California. We're going to get to that.
Okay.
We're going to get to that in a minute. So, speaking of graphics, somebody sent this in, Evan. I don't know who sent this in. This is interesting. Apparently, you guys are entertained by how I dress when I'm not at the shows, right? So,
Oh yeah.
somebody was able to snap this photo of me over the weekend. Let's take a look at it.
That
What's the
president of Italy.
deal? Yeah, right.
His pasta, his jumpsuit
Jumpsuit.
He's got a wife. Oh wait, you can't call it that. He's got a tank top underneath that.
A wife beater, you can call it
Yeah.
that. That's
Can
what
you
it's
say
called. A guinea tee, that's another
I
one.
think that's what it says on the package.
I don't know.
Wife beater.
Yeah, let us know. That's interesting, Evan. You bring that up. 'Cause
No chest hair though.
I know. I used to rip that out when I was a pro wrestler because you didn't want chest hair. You wanted to look defined. And now it never came back. Yeah, yeah. It's rough. No.
Where is that?
I have a little bit if you look. Watch. Hold on. Come back to me.
Get out of there.
See this. I don't know if you can. A little bit.
I know where the rest of it is.
Anyway.
It's on that ass.
I'm a hairy Italian ass, dude. Yeah, you're not going to doubt that.
You know why?
Why?
'Cause you look like your mother.
Where's the O sound effect for that? You made it with your own mouth.
Yeah, I did it.
All right. Well, anyway.
Blackjack, fuck.
Just watching Sopranos in there. This show's coming unglued. I can already feel it.
What's next?
Let's talk about. There was somewhere I was going with that. Got thrown way off. Let's talk about Mike Perry. This is pretty cool. We had Mike Perry on. I think it was last week at this point, and the interview was picked up across some media sites. This is what Perry had to say, and this is what we were talking about. Show it from last week, please. But I saw. I know at the presser you were saying Pettis might be on your radar. Is that a fight we might be able to see?
We'll see. I mean, he has a fight coming up next week, so we'll see how he does. Dylan Banas wants a piece of him.
Dylan's
but I
calling
don't
out
think
online.
Dylan, I
Did
mean,
you
I
guys
think
see my tweet
Yeah.
about Jorge Masvidal? I don't know.
Jorge Masvidal, absolutely.
Everybody
I mean,
wants to
that's
come
a
to bare
fight.
knuckle.
That's one I want to see, Mike. So we can make that happen. I want to
Yeah.
make that one happen.
I want to see that
Because
too.
that
dude.
guy actually has experience. He's actually dangerous and scary. Not like, Cerrone's never been known to like punch people out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I want to face a guy that gets me up in the morning and makes me terrified.
I'd love to see you fight Robbie Lawler.
That one too. That's a fucking good one too.
We have fights for the next 10 years if he keeps these active. This is great.
He's got 4 more fights on his contract, so let's get him 4 bangers.
Yeah, man, 4 bangers. Oh, that's a good fight. That's a fight I would look forward to. And as we look at that, I love this post that we put up. I believe it was across socials. I know it was on Instagram. What's your dream fight? Let us know in the chat what your dream fight is for 2024. And, I think there's a lot of them. I'm looking at the comments here. MMA Uncensored was saying Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor, Perry versus Palomino, Faria versus Cyborg, Hunt versus Rothwell. That'd be interesting for the heavyweight title. I see Susan Sundance Smith on here. She said she wants Team Britain Hart. Already knows that from next win, we dance. You guys, here's Mike Perry versus Luis Palomino. Someone else is saying that. That fight, I mean, we'll see. I don't know if and when that's going to happen. It doesn't sound like that's a fight that is on the radar, but maybe Palomino can make it on the radar. What are you thinking, Evan? Do you have any type of fights? You have dream fights coming up for this year? Anything you want to really see? I'm trying to look at what else they're saying here, these people in the comments. There's a lot of comments for it.
I think Brian Duran, Howard Davis would be fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
too.
if we did it in Florida, it would probably be just nuts. There'd be fights in the crowd. I think
Bro,
that would divide the entire town.
I'd have to wear Riot Squad gear. You'd have to wear it too.
For the sake of drama, I would love to see that fight. But there's definitely like Soto Palomino, I think is good.
That's got to happen, right? That has to. If Palomino wins against Trout, I feel like the Soto fight has to
I'm
happen.
trying to go through the weight classes. Let me think like women's. I think bringing somebody from the outside to fight Christine would be fun.
Yeah, you should.
Like she called out Cyborg, because I don't really like Christine is just unbeatable. Like we have to bring somebody in.
I agree 100%. Here, speaking of women, Taylor Starling posted here. She said me versus Jenny Savage. Here's one: Jade Muslim Wong versus Christine Faria.
Okay.
Let's see what else. There's a lot of good fights. Let's see what they're saying. I'm not.
Jade
even,
has a boxing fight. this
Jade.
weekend. I don't know where you can watch that, but if anybody wants to see Jade fight, she's fighting somewhere this weekend. I know
somewhere.
that.
You know.
She's getting warmed up for her return to BKFC.
Bowls, Beers, and Bra is saying he would love to see Faria versus Cyborg. I agree. That would be a good fight, man.
Back to Perry versus Masvidal. You think, I don't know if George would want to do that. I mean, he's got his own bare knuckle thing going on, so he'd probably try to do it in his own. I don't know if it would make.
But it wouldn't be as good there. I no knock on them. I just the bare knuckle. I know that's where UFC had its roots with the bare knuckle MMA. It's just not as exciting to
as
me.
a businessman for him. It wouldn't. I mean, but
as a
we
businessman,
wouldn't let Perry do that. So it'd have to be who
Have to
knows.
hear.
If
But
the
I
money
wouldn't-
was right, he would probably do it.
I don't know if I'd want to watch that though, because if they go to the ground or something and they don't bang, who cares? Here they're guaranteed it's going to be boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are excited.
I know Mundell's been calling for Perry too.
Everybody. He's like the marked man because he's a big money fight.
They have fought twice already though.
Here's Kyle Mish saying Kai and Brendan Allen. That'd be interesting. Faria versus Cyborg. A lot would be legendary. A lot of people saying that in the chat. So there you go. I mean, some of the dream fights, keep them coming. One of the things I'm going to try to get done, I don't know if we're going to be able to get this done, but I've been pushing for it, is for the Christmas show. And we're going to talk more about that in a minute. For the Christmas show, I would like somebody to get the chance, a random person we pick to get the chance to book one fight, to matchmake one fight aside with Nate Shook. Like to sit there and say, this is a fight I want. I think that'd be really cool if we get one of you to do that. So listen to me, Philly, one of yous to do that. Ugh.
Don't be ashamed of where you come from.
When I say one of yous guys, it's rough. One of you to, help make the fight. I think that'd be a lot of fun. We'll talk more about the Christmas show in a couple minutes. A lot of great stuff coming up with that. Dream fight wise, I think that you guys keep them coming, and maybe we'll get some ideas off that, because I do know that Nate does read comments. I believe that David Feldman reads some comments too, so maybe you'll spark an idea they didn't have, which, who knows? We'll see.
I've got another one.
What do you got?
Here's a fun, thought-provoking question. Ooh. Who's going to remain a champion at the end of 2024?
Let us know that in the chat too.
There's a lot of wars to be fought at 45.
Faria's staying champ until she retires at this point, I feel like. And anyone, I mean, you can't dispute that at this point unless somebody comes in. 45, you're right. There are a lot of wars.
Palomino's been reigning forever.
Yeah, he's not going. I mean, but you got Trout. Is Trout his stiffest challenge, biggest challenge to date?
Are they fighting at 65 or at lightweight? They're at 65.
65. Okay. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see who remains, who remains with the gold on their shoulder, around their waist. Hunt was saying he'd relinquish at our last press conference both of his titles to go after a world title. So it seemed like he really meant that, and if he really means that, he's not going to be champion. But how would Hunt fare? I don't know if it's ever going to happen.
Dotson ain't going anywhere either.
Yeah, Dotson's he's the.
We need some fresh blood at 125 too.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm excited to see where this year is going to head. I know a really big thing we talked about at the top of the show. You see the dopey graphic by Vaughn Design Team, Jer Bear, behind me here. California welcomes you, not just welcoming me, welcoming the entire show, welcoming Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, everybody on it. This was huge news. I believe it was Saturday. I got a text message from President David Feldman. And he said, "We win 5-0." And I was like, this is amazing. Then I was out socially with Evan afterwards, and we were talking about what a big deal it is. There's a lot of reasons it's a big deal, and we'll start with this. Their athletic commission, for them to okay it, is huge. Now, if you remember, I think it was back in August. We have a universal rule set for bare knuckle. That was big. Now we have California approving it. So to me, a lot of other states, we knew with the rule set, they would start rolling out more and more, becoming legal. But now that California's approved it, that's another feather in the cap, and I feel like a lot of other states are going to follow. We are going to have President David Feldman on this Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern time, for the Christmas show. We'll talk about more in depth about what California means for us as we give you cash and prizes. So that'll be a lot of fun. But I think California is going to be gigantic for us. I know the MMA scene in Orange County is almost second to none. So there's a lot of fighters there that are going to be into it when we come there. You excited about California?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just to go to a more populous city like L.A., or even if you go up north, like Sacramento. I mean, I'd rather be in L.A., but there's a bunch of, San Diego. There's a lot of big fight towns. I think L.A. would be huge, though.
No, I think it's going to be gigantic for us. Like I said, it's going to roll a bunch out. Oh, yeah, here's California's huge for 2024. Billboard Nerds saying, hopefully Tennessee is next. Planet Pluto saying,
I hope California opens Nevada. And
it's going to open a lot.
And then PA says, come on, and then we never have to travel anywhere ever again.
I feel like through California, we should easily be able to open PA. Yeah. I'd like Jersey to open, too.
Well, you got to think California is basically the entire West Coast.
And they've accepted us.
Other athletic commissions are going to look at that and be way more open.
I just want to run a fight in PA. Can you imagine being in Philly and like selling out like the Wells Fargo or Leah Corus?
Oh, we'd have to do the Wells Fargo.
Yeah, dude. And then
just out of principle.
You put Eddie on that fight. That's where I'd like to see if we ever do the Eddie.
We get 15,000 people in Philly in that, no problem.
Do you know the amount of comps though that our friends are going to be asking for?
I know.
It's going to be insane.
Come on, my man.
Oh yeah,
let me in. It'll be like,
oh dude,
the The entire neighborhood.
We're going to have to get like a whole side building to show the fight in, like at Xfinity Live or something. But that'll be huge for us. We're excited about California. I know the whole team was excited. I know Dave was walking on air. It's a big deal. And I can't get into it now, and I don't really, Evan, I don't know if you know, but I don't think we should get into this. But there was something that I had heard through Evan about this California thing is only for bare knuckle fighting championship. Because as we know, there's other bare knuckle around. We hope they do well. But this is just for us. So if they want to get in.
From what I understand, it was granted to BKFC.
Awesome. So good. We're blazing trails here. We're senior about that when it comes on. David Feldman will be on this Friday, 2 o'clock for the Christmas show.
In Monopoly.
And I'll be drunk as hell. Is anyone else going to be drunk on the Christmas show but just me?
What are we drinking?
I don't know. I'll probably mix vodka with Bucked Up.
You got the old eggnog from 4 years ago.
We still have that. I drank it last year. Where is it? I'll drink it again this year.
It's
we'll
in
see.
That
I don't even like eggnog, but I'll do it for you because it'll be fun.
Conference room.
And so California, big deal. We're going to talk about that more on Friday, as I said. Yep. And then you look at tryouts. Tryouts, I mean, you can see us as we expand. We just came off of tryouts in Albuquerque. I was talking to Chris Lytle, and Chris Lytle was saying how amazing it was. Of course, again, that just happened this past Saturday. Another tryout coming up, BKFC Columbia. That'll be awesome. December 16th. That's days away. That's on the way, too. Make sure you get in, bkfc.com/tryouts. All the info will be there if you're listening to this audio only. But let's talk about Albuquerque tryouts. Lytle was very impressed by the turnout. We saw some of the pictures. You may or may not have seen them on social media. I'd like to show them to you now. But a lot of good talent there. And this is good because we'll talk about it later on in the show, but we have a prospects event coming up in Albuquerque. And, you know, this is where we meet some of the people at the tryouts. You had John Dotson there, pardon me. And Lytle was just over the moon about the number of people that showed up. So this shows that we're becoming more and more popular. And as I always tell you, when you go to these, it's not even just about trying out and trying to get on the bare knuckle fights. It's about learning. So you could get on the fight, but if you don't, you're learning from John Dotson and Chris Lytle. And bare knuckle is, while it's not new, how it's evolving, it's changing by the day. You're seeing all these new people come in. So now you're seeing Chris Lytle, who's at every fight. You're seeing John Dotson, who's a champion, showing you how to adapt properly to bare knuckle and kind of rating you on what you need to get better at and what they can help you with. So make sure you check out tryouts. It's always very important. That's where we find the next stars. I've said it many times. We found who? Lorenzo Hunt there. If you look back in the day, Sam Shoemaker, we found him there. We find almost everybody at tryouts now. So it's the place to be. Make sure you stop into tryouts if you think about being a fighter. We'd love you to be there. Another big deal, we've been talking about the year-end awards. A lot of people online, a lot of opinions. We have best overall fight, best male fighter, best female fighter, and best KO. The best of the best for the year, and we'll be revealing them at some point soon. But what we wanted to do while we have a couple minutes here, because this isn't going to be a super long show. We're saving all the craziness for Friday. We wanted to talk about the knockout of the year. These are in no particular order. I'm not going to tell you who's leading right now, but I'm going to give you the top 3 at this point. And I want to see how much you agree. You can let us know in the comments section, and you can rank them yourselves. Of these top 3, what should be 1, 2, and 3? And is there anything missing? We'd love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments section. But let's roll the top knockouts in no particular order.
See a sense of urgency from Watson right there. He knows he's got a bad cut. He might have to end this right now.
Nice shot by me.
And Josh Watson has scored the victory of his life. Fuck yeah! Left hook from Alex. Right hand counter, left hand, and down goes Trevor Logan, and we are done. A one-punch knockout win for Brandon Allen. He might not get fight of the night, but he very well might get knockout of the night. Where you from? Baby. It's been a game, cutting angles, cutting distance. More body work down from Mike Richmond, right hand, left hand. And look how Lorenzo Hunt's blocking that body right now. The head's going to be open, left hand. Down goes Lorenzo Hunt. 6. That body work's doing exactly what it's supposed to do right now. Let me see your head. Taking the full mandatory aid from referee Andrew Glenn. Let's see if Richmond jumps all over and goes to the end right now.
James' face in that one, so good.
Wow.
Wow, what an ending's right. I mean, that I can see why they're the top 3. I mean, there could be arguments for other ones as well. Keep letting us know in the chat. But I'll tell you what, watching that live, now I know you guys see it differently because you're filming it, but me as a fan being there watching it live, the Mike Richmond and Lorenzo one, I didn't even see that punch land. I just saw Richmond pouring it on, and then what a shot.
Look at James' face.
Oh, yeah.
See if
Zoom
you can
in so they know who James is if they don't know James. We love James, one of our top-notch production guys, one of our camera guys. And if you can show him, that'd be better. Yeah, James is like, ooh. I mean, you can see everybody. James's face. Oh, and look at whoever. Like, there's somebody else in there too. You can see James like, whoa. That sums it up, though. His face really sums it up because I feel like everybody felt that way. That's the guy getting the shots. Let's see. Yeah, zoom in on James.
Can you play it from the start or from just that?
Where's James? Where's he at? But this was such a shock.
There you go. Hit play.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
That was such a shock. And again, his face sums it up because I was there, I'm watching, and I'm like, oh my God. Well, Richmond he hit him so quick. Richmond just dropped. So I can see why that would be a good one. Let's see. Hunt for KO of the Year is being said in here. Appreciate every one of those. Hunt Richmond holds a special place for me, though. Bowls, Beers, and Brawls is saying. Best KO, Lorenzo Hunt comeback over. A lot of people like that one. And I see why.
That one was crazy.
That was amazing because it was like the end of a movie. Like you didn't see it coming.
I was like, oh my God, Mike Richmond is that good.
Yeah, me too.
He's about to beat Lorenzo Hunt.
Everybody thought that.
And then Lorenzo.
I think Lorenzo might even thought that.
Short right hand.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was unbelievable. And then you look at the other, Josh Watson, Greg Hardy. Josh walked into that fight. I think a lot of people thought that Josh was almost just going to get crushed by Hardy. I'm not one of those people, but let's be honest. You want to spotlight Hardy, right? You would hope if you're the organization, he's a big star. So maybe you hope that he wins. You don't know what's going to happen.
Right. Even if he loses, then you got a star in Josh Watson.
Exactly.
That video went everywhere.
And then that's what happened. So you got to look at that. That was an important KO of the year, too. Got us a lot of publicity, and it was an upset of sorts. Josh maybe wouldn't say that, but I think a lot of people would. So there's a lot of good ones in the top 3 there. And I think that I had high hopes for Loken after watching that documentary. I thought he was going to do good, but the squared circle proved to be
hated
too
that
much.
Documentary.
I didn't. Did you?
The traffic show.
Oh, is that what it was?
I was against that show from the beginning. I was like, don't work with those people.
Is that where they lit him, Dave?
Yeah, they made it look like he was in like the villain's lair. Yeah. I'm like, dude, you don't want to be on a show called Trafficked when it's like the last episode was like, drug smuggling and and then the bare knuckle and then like, human trafficking. Yeah. I was like, you don't want to be on that. Well, but I guess it's publicity. So
Gene Simmons from Kiss once said, any publicity is good publicity. Yeah. However, I did notice that we talked about that, how they lit him that looked like evil. Like
they made it look like something it totally wasn't.
Yeah. But if that's what they want to think, but hopefully it made somebody want to see what bare knuckle actually was, and they were enlightened a little bit. All right, let's see what else we have here for you. We have the Christmas show. This is very, very exciting. The Christmas show coming up this Friday. That's why I said we're taking it easy today. This is more just a hangout show and go through stuff. The Christmas show is really going to be a hangout show. You're going to have the studio jam-packed with people that work. Some you know, some you don't know. There's the beautiful graphic. We look like two happy dudes. Am I sitting on Dave's lap in this? Is that what that is? That's very strange. I have a shit-eating grin. I don't want it to be that. But here you go. Santa Claus Feldman is stopping by, and we're going to have $20,000 in cash and prizes, $20,000 in cash and prizes. And there's a couple things. There's a couple ways we're going to do that. We're also going to be giving out some experiences in those prizes. We're going to be giving out Bucked Up. We're going to be giving out all of our sponsors. They're going to be gift cards to Grunt Style. We're going to be treating you right. But then cash money, we want you to submit. And you can do that, thebareknuckleshow@gmail.com. I'm sure they'll put it up there again. Thebareknuckleshow@gmail.com. If you think that you're a fight fan in need, we're looking for fight fans in need. Send us a 60-second max video. Why should we give you money? Why should we help you out? Tell us your story. Let us know what's going on. And I can tell you from the past, I've seen Dave actually cry on these shows. So if it tugs his heartstrings, if you can make Dave cry, hopefully he's going to cry some cash for you. So send those videos in, thebareknuckleshow@gmail.com. We need them ASAP, though, because we have to start going through them. And you can send emails, too. But let's be honest, the video is going to be so much better. So it doesn't have to be 60 seconds, but 60 seconds max on Why I Can't Talk. Let's try that again. 60 seconds max on why you, a fight fan in need some money this holiday season to help out. And I know that Dave has been very generous in the past, so $20,000 worth of cash and prizes this Friday starting at 2 p.m. But get those submissions in. Also, we're going to be taking care of, there, it's all up there for you if you need to see it again. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that
see
graphic.
your eyes in the hat. Brandon messed up the key.
Oh, hey, look, you can see me. Wave. But the bottom line is $20,000. I'll say it again, cash and prizes. Really important. This Friday, 2 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern time. This Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Get them in. We're going to have a lot of fun. Maybe I'm going to drink 4-year-old eggnog. We're going to talk about Christmas carols. We're going to talk about fighting. We're going to get David Feldman's take on being legal in California. We're going to talk about Christmas movies, everything, all Christmas fun. And we're going to hook you up with gifts. Swervo Cruz says he's 30 minutes late, but he's here. Well, today's a shorter show, Swervo. Wow, shorter show, Swervo. Make sure you tune in for Friday's show at 2 p.m. Dave cried when I won the Ultimate Fan Package, Big Ben says. Yeah, and BKFC has never been the same since you've been our Ultimate Fan, Big Ben. We love you. You know that. We're going to see who's going to win. We have VIP trip to Knuckle Mania. That'll be given out. That's taking care of like everything from airfare, hotels, great tickets, meet and greets. It's all going to be there. I've heard through the grapevine we're going to have some old autographed posters, classic ones, limited editions we're going to give out. That's huge. Some brand new Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship merchandise. I don't know if it's been revealed yet, but we're going to give some of that out. I mean, this show, as it has been past years, is going to be jam-packed. Broken Brandon, is this your first Christmas show? Because I know you're here and you left.
It will be my first Christmas show, yes.
Oh, wow. You know what? They always hook us up.
Get him in the shot.
Yeah, first Christmas show with the Bare Knuckle boys.
The Bare Knuckle. It's going to be fun. And the best part.
Abandoned shit before.
Yeah, I was.
All right.
I
hold
was
on.
stupid.
No, well, was. Anyway, I think that, look, he took his glasses off.
It took me a minute to realize what you were saying there.
So, no, you're a great dude. So what you have not experienced that Evan and Evie Butt and I have experienced is the fact that every year Dave comes in here, right, with this.
Dave and the rest of the staff. And
the whole crew. Mountains of cash.
7 guys in a hot little box.
Yeah, it's great. It's like a sauna.
That sounds like a porn
But my
title.
point is, our Christmas bonuses always come on this day, and I've never been disappointed. Every year, David Feldman gets the entire staff, each one of us, the gift that keeps on giving, the Jelly of the Month Club. It's a great gift. Anybody get the reference?
Yes,
Anybody get it?
Yes.
What is it?
Christmas vacation.
Yeah, it's the boss gives him the Jelly of the Month Club. See, I'm saying Christmas here. Yo, Big Ben is famous. You can't disrespect him like that, they say. I'm going to donate some signed pictures of him.
Billboard Nerd said, get a haircut. Never.
Is that what he said to you?
No.
I love that Russ is saying this. We can't disrespect Big Ben. We don't. We've never been the same again. You can send those autographed pictures of Big Ben in, though, because we have a cockroach and a rat problem here, and I just want to kind of lay them on the floor to keep the cockroaches and the rats away.
Can
Big
you
Ben.
find Mike Richmond's post?
What did he say?
He put out a post saying he's got the itch to make another run.
Oh, I thought.
I don't know if it was on Facebook or.
I think I might have seen that too.
Seen it on Instagram.
Sometimes I feel like people say that when they know there's a show coming up,
I
like
think
a
Mike
fight.
Richmond means it.
I think he can't live without
It
fighting.
might have been that one.
I agree.
Let's see.
Brandon will screw up the Christmas show somehow. Big Ben
No,
says
that wasn't it.
they're all over you.
I don't know.
Brandon's
going
gonna
to
screw up the.
What's that one?
This is
Oh,
great.
there he is.
This
There
is
it is.
great.
Yeah, this one.
All right. What's he saying? I can't see that. What's he saying? Somebody read it.
I know I can reach this one more. Oh, my
gee,
Lord in heaven.
All right,
Brandon.
that's the end of today's show. Thanks, Big Ben.
Basically, he wants to. He thinks he can do it again. He wants to go on one last run, one last hurrah.
I think a guy like, and I don't know him well enough to say this, but I know from working with him, I feel like a guy like Mike Richmond, like you kind of said, he needs this. I feel like he needs it in his life, and I feel like he's I don't want to say empty. He has other great things in his life, but I feel like that's a mountain. Like that Lorenzo knockout was probably just brutal.
Well, it was a lot because he had
Mentally,
he had
too.
the Mundell fight,
Yep.
which was a lot of or not the Mundell, sorry, the Isaac Doolittle fight, into the Mundell fight, into the Lorenzo fight, or I might have those out of order.
To Lorenzo to Mundell.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage to take in a year.
Yeah.
So maybe a year off, comes back. Maybe I wonder if he can make 65.
Maybe,
You
but it's
know?
fine. He could set whatever division he's in. He's going to set it on fire if he comes back. I mean, if he's the same guy that we've seen, and that time off, it could make him hungrier. It could have him, feeling amazing. I'd love to see Mike the Marine back. I'm a big fan of him. He was a guy when he got here. His trajectory, his stock was just.
always remembered him for just having crazy accuracy. The way he could just play shots and guys would be trying to move and he would just like, it was, if you watch it in slow motion, you would just see his like eyes laser focusing on dudes' heads and could just time it crazy.
I'm going to make a really corny reference. He was like a Scud missile.
There you go.
I told you it was going to be corny ahead of time. Let's see. Lord Zentar, get it together. That's what they're saying in the chat. Mission accomplished. Whatever you're doing wrong, I don't know. Somebody's messing up over there.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I just do the sound effects.
He just plays the button.
We just do one camera now, so it's not even.
Plays the
I
buttons.
only push one button.
We're gonna need like 20 cameras next week.
Yeah.
Friday. I mean.
Bowls, Beers, and Brawls says he can't be half in. Got to go balls deep. I agree. I mean, Mike's got to
All the
figure out.
way.
You got to go in. You got to, take to the base. So I think that'll be a great thing if he comes back in the new year. Maybe that's one of the things we look for in the new year. I don't know, but I do know that in the new year, aside from, before the new year, all this money, don't forget, I'm going to say it one more time, the bareknuckleshow@gmail.com, 60 seconds or under on if you're a needy fight fan, if you're in need and you could use that help, please hit us up. When we were in Roanoke, Virginia, I had a homeless guy who was in need, asked me for a couple bucks. I literally didn't have any cash on me. You know what he said to me, Evan?
What?
He said to me, you can use my Cash App. He's homeless and he's got a Cash App.
That's why I don't give any money to those stinky bums.
No, so we're going to give money to...
Ever since they stole Brandon's hard drive, I've been at war with the homeless.
Yeah, me too.
You just kick them. He's walking around and kicks
No,
them.
they're done.
So
I asked them for change.
Well, we'll be... yeah, change. Get a job change. Yeah. So listen, we are going to be the stinky bums this time, and we'll give you the money. So make sure you send it in, thebareknuckleshow@gmail.com. 60 seconds or under, or a quick story.
Do they have to be sad stories?
No,
what if they just say they're big fans and
Evan, you were not here for any of these meetings. You're gonna blow everything. Just be quiet. This is how they want it done.
Oh.
I agree. We are going to be rewarding some big fans. If you would like to send that in, you can send in maybe a 30-second video why you deserve money. You're a huge fan. That would be interesting to me. Because here's the thing. I told them the same thing, Evan. I want to help people. Yeah. But I'm not all about just sad
Sob
stories.
It's going to bring the show down.
That's
You got to have some fun. It's like American Idol. You got to have like the good stuff, the weirdos, the sad stuff. It can't just be all sad.
Where was the content director in this meeting? We should have.
I never got called in.
I got called in, and then when I came in,
when was this meeting?
I got randomly called in one day, and I drove in. No, this was like last week.
Oh. They only bring me in for the high level meetings.
Well, Dave was there. David Sr. was there. He also said to me, I wanted to do the show today. Mm-hmm. I didn't know he'd be back. And he made a good point. He's like, Soch, I love doing this, number one. He goes, you're not doing it without me. Number two, you're giving away my money. So you can't give away, it's not your money. I got to be there.
Are you going to take any hidden footage of the secret meetings today or tomorrow and the next day?
Are we allowed to talk about the secret meetings?
I don't know. Too late.
Yeah, well, tell us about them, Evan.
Well, every year we have a big company-wide meeting, all hands on deck. They fly in from all corners of the world, and we get in a big room and talk about the problems the company faces and our outlook for the next 12 months.
And the weird part is
we're all dreading it.
Yeah, they're always pointing at me.
Yeah.
Big problems.
Social, what's your plan?
I don't know.
Yeah, we all have to make a presentation.
I don't even know how to use that stuff on.
You want to practice your presentation?
What's that? Yeah, what's that called? You said I'm not good with technology.
You're gonna say,
PowerPoint.
You're gonna say, I want a bigger CO2 tank for the T-shirt.
It's the bare knuckle bazooka. I want a bigger. That's right. I'm gonna put that on my list. Actually, thank you for that, Evan. I need that in my budget this year. Everyone's excited here. The signed poster sounds awesome. There's gonna be so much more stuff coming too. Listen, before we get out of here, because like I said, it's a little shorter than normal today because we're saving up. We got to decorate in here for the Christmas show. We're gonna do that. We're gonna drink some eggnog afterwards and sing carols. Right? Is that what we're gonna do today?
Sure.
All right. I'm excited.
We're going to light the menorah.
It is Hanukkah.
L'chaim.
Happy Hanukkah to our Jewish viewers and listeners. We appreciate you as well. And you can also join into the Christmas fun, and you could win something too, because we'll give you Hanukkah stuff. We'll give you Festivus stuff. We'll give you Kwanzaa stuff. We'll give you whatever the holidays you're celebrating. We just want to hook you up because we're glad you're fans and we appreciate you being here. And the new year is going to be huge for us. And speaking of that, let's check out the New Year calendar in case you missed it. I don't know when California's going to get on the calendar. I saw some people saying they want an announcement for that in the chat. I hope in 2024. I'm sure it's going to be on there. We'll find out where. Spring, you're thinking? Okay,
Spring, I know.
That's what. Okay, I heard that. I heard that too. I wasn't sure if they. You blow everything out. Why did they not?
It was on the poster.
Oh, it said that?
Yes.
Right there.
Oh shit!
I pulled that out of Feldman. I said, "Look, can you give me a date?" He said, "No." I said, "Can you give me a season?" Got spring.
All I know is you got WrestleMania in spring. Don't be running against that. No, I'm just telling you, it's a juggernaut in sports entertainment. But yeah, spring 2024. I wish it was in the winter so we could go there and it'd be nice and warm for us. But it looks like spring 2024. We're excited. And did you get any intel of where it might be?
Yes.
Ooh, San Francisco, Compton, LA. Where else? Where am I guessing any of these right? Napa. Let's do it in Napa.
Yeah,
we'll get
wine
hammered.
Country, yeah.
We'll get hammered. Put a
Great.
square
I'm
circle.
sure that's our demo.
Can you see them swirling their wine as they're fucking watching? Oh, that'd be amazing. So we're looking forward to it. All these shows coming up. I know they had it before. California. Let's run the shows again because I'm not going to remember. I know it's end of January. We have the prospects coming up. Albuquerque, New Mexico. That was why the trials were so important. You're going to see some top-notch fighters there. And who's going to be on the come-up there in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where we've had some of our biggest shows. So I feel like the prospect series is going to be gigantic at Tingley. That'll be awesome. Palomino Trout, we spoke about it earlier. Excited to see what the co-main event's going to be. I know they're in negotiations for that right now, February 2nd. Make sure you're tuned in for that. And then BKFC Prospect Series Canada, Edmonton. We're going to be there March 2nd. So that's exciting, breaking into Canada, finding new fighters out of Canada. Again, we had tryouts there a couple weeks ago. So you're going to see the best of the best. That's what we're trying to find. Make sure you show up to those tryouts. You want to find out more, you go to bkfc.com. Listen, guys, I mean, Evan, is there anything else you want to cover?
No.
Yes, no.
Well, the UK tryout video will be on the app today.
Really?
It's like 15 minutes of, yeah.
I didn't even know that. Thank you.
Watch that. That took place on the same day as the Salt Lake show. So the recaps there, you're going to see Lily's in it, Tierney's in it, a couple of the UK guys are there.
Good.
So
I mean,
watch it and enjoy.
We love James Lilly, love Connor Tierney, and Connor Tierney was a guy when he came over here. We saw a whole. We were amazed by him. So if you got to learn from him, it's a great guy to learn from. We're excited to see that. Make sure you get that app, bkfc.com. If you haven't done it yet, you find all of our content up there. I know I was doing some voiceovers for the tryout show.
One more announcement.
When's the tryout show coming up? The one I just did the voiceovers for. You know, still working on it?
Tryout show.
Yeah, there's a BKFC tryout.
Oh,
is that the Edmonton
Canada?
one?
Yeah, they went to Canada. That I'm getting the final of that. What's today? I think I'm getting that today or tomorrow.
Perfect.
And then we'll get it uploaded.
I just want to address this too because I was asked this by many people. I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible because I told you I did the voiceover.
To who?
To everybody,
Okay.
whoever this would affect.
Okay.
I was getting by 4 or 5 different people at the last show were like, "Oh, you're doing more voice work now," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, they had me on the BKFC trial thing." And
you mean
no, that's not me. No, what's
Bare
it?
Knuckle?
Oh God.
Comes to Salt
Comes.
Lake.
It sounds like he's coming. Bare Knuckle.
Is that what you sound like?
No, I can't throw my voice to sound like that. That's not me.
There's a lot of animosity towards that voiceover.
Is there?
People don't like it.
I feel like people are talking about it, but they're all coming up to me like, "Why do you sound like that?" I'm like, "It's not me. I couldn't make my voice sound like that." Anyway, whoever
we
it
get
is,
a good deal on it. It ain't going anywhere.
is it Fiverr?
No, it's not Fiverr.
All right. Well, that's not me, but let's all try to do the voice. Brandon, you try.
What do they say?
I'll give you one. Just 2 miles away.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Mike Perry
in the
prepares for war.
from the hot sands of Florida.
Your turn.
From the snowy mountains of Salt Lake City.
That's it.
Yeah, you sound excited. Are you the guy that does
It's
it for
Brandon.
real?
Actually, I'm gonna
Holy
pass
crap.
it off on Brandon, make him do it for
There's
free.
never been a better.
What are you playing?
What are you doing? You just did something great and then you blow it. What are you doing?
You'll see.
All right, man, it'd be great because we're ending
From
here
the
in a
hot
second.
beaches.
On December 2nd,
On December 2nd.
BKFC will put on one of its biggest events to date.
BKFC will put on one.
Inside the snowy mountains of Salt Lake City.
Evan snowboards, fueled by Bucked Up.
Close your eyes and open your mouth, Brian.
Fighters in
Thank you
combat
for
sports
watching the
history,
podcast.
That feels
fighting
so
for the King of
good.
Violence title.
Let's
Oh
call
my
it a
gosh, this is like Brokeback. Oh. All right, so listen, we're gonna get out of here. On that note, we're
you
gonna
for
end
watching
today's show.
The Bare Knuckle Show.
It's too sweet.
We'll see you next week.
Hey, listen, thank you so much. Don't forget, we said next week, holiday show coming up this Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to hook you up with over $20,000 in cash and
hills
prizes.
of Delco, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget, get bucked up and knuckle up.
Brother. Brandon, get us out. Brandon, get us out.